Okay, so far we have ran a white, hot pink, plum purple, blue, and green pumpkin or watermelon color through our machine. I think it's time for something different. So what I have going in our pot is a grayish blue color now with some gold flake. So we'll see how that looks. Okay, so we're going to turn our system on. We're going to turn our hose, our heat exchanger. Normally this is heat exchanger 1, hose 1, heat exchanger 2, hose 2, heat exchanger 3, hose 3. Right now, just for testing purposes, I have the hose. I'm using heat exchanger number 2 and hose number 1. So normally it should be in line, but for today, not to confuse you guys, but I'm just using a different heat exchanger with a different hose. I was just trying to use one hose for all my testing right now so I don't dirty up all the hoses just in case anything went wrong with testing. And so I'm just swapping the hose over from heat exchanger to heat exchanger, so not to confuse anyone. But to remelt our plastic that is currently in the line, right now we have this watermelon color with black flake that is sitting cold. And so what we have to do is set to 365, that's the hose. The heat exchanger I set to 370. By the time it reaches these temps, it should take about a minute or two, and it'll start to flow out, and I can flush out that old color with the new color. Right now we are flushing out that watermelon with black flake, and we are pushing in my new color, which is that bluish grayish color with a gold flake. And so you could start to see that slow transition. It didn't take much to flush out the old watermelon color. It really doesn't take much to flush out the dye. What takes more is the glitter. Glitter is just stubborn. It grabs to the inside of those hose walls and the plastic cooker walls. So it takes a bit more plastic to flush that out fully, and you'll get some lingering, speckles here and there. And so as I'm showing you right here, it took, I believe, maybe 7-8 cups or so to really get out that black flake. And so this is just something to keep in mind. And I'm going to go more into depth at the end of the video, this whole concept of using glitter. So just to show you guys, I used my hose, my heat exchanger I used at 360, and my hose was also around 345. So I actually used them a bit cooler today, and it worked out pretty well. It just all depends on how fast you're pouring or injecting. So I really wanted to reiterate my point on the fact that this is industrial equipment. And so what I'm doing in these videos is I'm showing you guys that it takes some waste to flush out your previous color when you do a color changeover. And so that's to show you guys that this isn't a system where if you're someone who wants to say, okay, I want to go make 50 or 100 baits today, this is not the machine for you. This is a machine for production. So this is for someone who wants to make, say, thousands of baits per session, because then that 7, 8, 9 cups of waste to flush out your old flake and glitter, that no longer becomes, that doesn't really matter. 8 or 9 cups doesn't matter if you're making thousands of baits. It does matter, however, if you're only making, say, 100 baits. So this is definitely a large batch production machine. This is not small, scale production. This is certainly something where you need to consider the fact that with any industrial equipment, there is waste to clean up. And so you need to make enough product for it to be worth your time. And so you want it to be worth that, say, $10 of waste or $5 of waste is just totally negligible because maybe you made $500 or $1,000 worth of product in your session. So just something to keep in mind.